These two girls were caught stealing sweets, but not only did they not panic, they threatened the supermarket owner to get out of their way, or they'll come and kill him tonight. And why tonight? Because it's a legal kill day. When the sirens go off, the whole of America is free to kill as many people as they want. The reason the girls were so aggressive was because they were going to be the killers tonight. The owner saw the malice in the girls' eyes, but she was not afraid to join her friends and kick them out of the supermarket. Security measures were then taken in earnest. The owner was insured. But this year, the government suddenly raised the price. He couldn't afford to pay the insurance and had to wait to be killed. The owner wasn't willing to be a lamb to the slaughter, so he hired a bodyguard to protect him. For the average person, this is a safe outfit. After all, the government created the killing day to reduce financial costs. It was only the poor who were killed on the killing day. The rich don't have to worry about being killed, because they are the ones who support the killings. The rich see the lives of the poor as a game. The only person who can save the poor today is Roan, who is running for president and whose family died on the killing day. To avenge her family, Roan has worked hard to get to where she is now. Her campaign statement is that she will abolish the killing days as soon as she becomes president. Roan has received a lot of support for this. Even the supermarket owner is one of her supporters. There are now huge calls for Roan to be elected. Her opponents and the rich are apparently getting restless. The campaign meeting is the day after the killing day. Those people will definitely take on Roan on the day of the killings. But Roan is no slouch either. She had hired her ace bodyguard Leo to protect her. But having a bodyguard wasn't entirely safe, because she already had a traitor on her security team. A traitor who let the killer in. By the time Leo realized what was going on, it was too late. He had to take Roan and escape through the security tunnel. By the time he reached the street, there were bodies everywhere. Leo cautiously led Roan through the area. This group of American citizens wearing strange masks tormented a presidential candidate in the street. They were so arrogant that no police officer came out to stop them. Because it's a legal killing day in the USA, and there is no legal responsibility for killing people, Roan was about to die a horrible death. The killers were suddenly interrupted by the sound of gunshots. Was the supermarket owner and his bodyguard. They saved Roan and his bodyguard Leo and took them to their shop for shelter. Roan has an election tomorrow and she mustn't get into trouble tonight. The group had hoped to stay here for the night, but then another group of colorful girls came outside. They were the same ones who had stolen from the owner during the day. When the girls say they're coming for revenge, they're really coming for revenge. They grabbed their tools and started to saw the door. The boss knew his door wouldn't last long, so he told everyone to get ready for battle. While everyone was holding their breath, a truck suddenly arrived outside. The driver was a friend of the owner's. She kicked the accelerator and hit some girls first. Then she got out with her gun and sprayed the rest of them. Friend was a rebel against the killing day. She and some like-minded people had formed an alliance of rebels. She sees Roan here and plans to take him and Leo with her to their base camp for the night, but on the way they were chased. It turns out that the bullet Leo had been shot with had a locator in it. The Purge used it to find them, but when they found out why, Leo pulled the bullet out with his bare hands, and that made them safe at last. When they arrived at the resistance, Roan met the leader of the group. The leader had recruited a group of volunteers tonight to kill the minister of the Purge. Roan was very disapproving when he learned of this. She thinks that if they do this, the Purge will be able to catch them in the act and get rid of them. Roan didn't want these innocent people to get hurt. She promised them that she would be successful in the election. But while they were talking, the Purge had found the Resistance's nest. To protect Roan's safety, Leo rushes to get her out of there. They get into the car of the boss's friend. They were going to a safe place, but instead, they were attacked. Roan was unfortunately captured by the Purge. The Purge won't allow anyone to disrupt their Purge plans and are ready to make an example of Roan. This elite group of American high society are being brainwashed by the government Purges. The Purges are telling the elite in a big way, only by killing all the poor can America get better. They had all sorts of tools ready for the killings that were to come. The first one they killed was a man from the bottom. They kept stabbing men in the body. The more the man screams, the more they get excited. Roan, the presidential candidate who was kidnapped and brought here, could only watch the scene. Soon the man was tortured to death, and now it was her turn. Roan panicked and resented it, but she didn't know that his bodyguard Leo had already found his way here. Leo had heard about the Purge party. They'd kidnapped Ron and brought him here. So Leo stormed into the church with the supermarket owner and the resistance. Leo pulled the trigger as soon as the Purge were ready to make their move on Ron. Leo's side had won and Ron had been saved. She thought that was the end of it. But then the resistance tried to kill the Purge minister. Ron's allies tried to stop them. Then the Purge would blame her. If Ron doesn't get the presidency, then this killing day will never end. The best way to fix everything was for her to be president. The resistance was convinced by her. They passed up the best chance to kill the Purge minister. But then the Purges came in and a battle ensued. The crowd is firing on all cylinders to get out of here, but the Purge's firepower is too strong. Even the leader of the resistance was killed. At the sound of the gunfire, the Purge minister was thrilled. He thought he was going to win, but he'd forgotten that Ron had an ace bodyguard, Leo. With him, he was in close combat with the head of the Purge's assassins. Leo had never lost a fight before. In a few moves, in a matter of seconds, the leader was knocked out by Leo. The resistance lost a lot of men in the fight. Even the supermarket owner who helped Ron was hit by a bullet. Before he died, he wished for nothing more than for Ron to be elected president. He really didn't want the poor to have to go through a killing day like that again. Ron assured him that she would do it. The next day at the campaign meeting, Ron was elected and kept her promise to the supermarket owner. One of the first things she did was to cancel the inhumane cleansing program. There would be no more killing days in America. But how long will this peace last? Will the next president continue to outlaw the killing days when Ron steps down?